Next time you're at Dollar Tree, go to the frame aisle. There is so many varieties of different frames and you can do so much with them. What caught my eye was this new white frame. I grabbed a couple of them and let's see what I'm gonna do with them. Welcome to CJDIY. I am C, and in this episode I got quick and easy, budget-friendly dupes and hacks that you will love to remake. For my first project, I'm gonna be using 4 of those frames. I'm gonna remove the backboard and the glazing out of all 4 of them. And I'm only gonna be working with the frames. I'm also gonna remove the hardware that holds the mount board, but that's gonna be for later. I'm gonna be adding 3 wooden sticks that I cut off on one side, and I'm gonna glue them on each corner of the frame because those frames were not even, so I can put them all together. As you can see, since this is a plastic frame and it's so hard to connect it together, the easiest way is to add some wooden sticks on the edges. I could have cut those sticks in half, but they work this way as well. Now that I cut them on one side, I'm gonna add 3 wooden sticks on each side, and I'm just adding a crazy hot Gorilla Glue on the frame, and I'm just gluing the sticks on top of each other. With adding 3 sticks, you're gonna bring this frame on the same level as the frame corner, and with adding them on the same level, you can glue them all together. After I glue the 3 sticks, now I'm going to be adding the second frame on top of them. I added a wood glue, and for immediate hold, I'm adding a hot Gorilla Glue, and I'm adding my second frame on the corner. And if you haven't noticed by now, I'm going to be creating like a lantern, like a box, whatever you like to call it. And this will be not just the perfect home decor, it can be very useful for a wedding centerpieces, for a Mother's Day gift, or anything you like, and it's super inexpensive and super easy to make it. After I connect all 3 frames together, I'm gonna work on the last one. On the last one, I'm adding 3 wooden sticks on each corner, and I'm adding the wood glue and the Gorilla Glue, and this time this frame I'm gonna layer it on top of the other 2 frames that I added together, if that makes sense. And as you can see, we created just a perfect high-end lantern that if you go to a high-end stores, you can find lanterns like this, and they're super expensive. I also show you that I removed the hardware that it was inside of those frames, and now I'm gonna cover the wooden sticks with a white chalk paint so they won't be noticeable. But as you are remaking this, I am suggesting to cut off those wooden sticks in half, and you're not gonna have that many extensions on the edges, but they're not noticeable because we're gonna decorate them and it's gonna look just perfect. Also, for the bottom part, I cut off a couple of those wooden sticks. I paint them with a white paint, and I'm gonna glue them on the bottom of my box. And here you go. You got a perfect lantern slash box. I added some LED candles, some greeneries, garland, flowers. You can add anything you like in lanterns like this, and you can make them as a centerpieces of each table for a wedding. I staged it with my wedding shoes that they're over 30 years old, and I really love them. They were white original, but after 30 years, they went on cream. I added some wedding card and some note, and look how beautiful. Another idea is I added this green garland on top of it with this faux ivory with pearls, roses, and then with the LED candles and the greenery, and look how beautiful and high-end it looks. Doesn't even look like we made this out of Dollar Tree frames because those beads around it looks just gorgeous. I got this sign in my stash, and I picked it up from Hobby Lobby. It was after Christmas season. I only paid $2 and some change, and I want to turn this nice wooden piece into a tray. I grabbed 2 of those wooden slices from Dollar Tree. I cut them to fit perfect with my sign, I'm gonna paint them all together with this white swan DIY paint. And now when they're all nice painted and dry, I'm gonna put them together. I'm adding a wood glue for a sturdy hold, and I'm gonna glue them on each corner of my sign. And I think it looks super cute. If you look at trays like this at the stores, those are super expensive, and you can make this out of Dollar Tree items. You can even put the whole tray together with those mini tabletop signs that Dollar Tree is selling, and you're gonna have a perfect look. I got those rustic metallic handles from Hobby Lobby from clearance long time ago. I grabbed one of my nails so I can make like a dot to see where I'm gonna drill them. And now with my drilling tool, I'm just drilling a tiny holes, and it will be easier for me to add those nails for my handles. Now that I got all 4 holes for my handles, I'm putting the handles back, and with a screwdriver, I'm just adding my nails for my handles. Super quick and easy and customizable, beautiful tray, and it didn't cost me a lot. My nails for my handles were a silver color, so I grabbed my truffle chalk paint, and with a tiny brush I'm going over to make them cohesive with my handles. And with adding this paint on my nails, they're not even noticeable. It looks like one piece put together. And now that the tray is done, you can leave it as it is, but knowing me, I decided to add one little detail from the new IOD Collage de Fleurs collection. I took off one of those roses, and I'm gonna transfer it on the bottom part of my tray. And I think with adding this little detail, we made a unique, beautiful French country modern farmhouse look. If you haven't tried the transfers before, as soon as you try the first time, that's it. There is no going back. And if you're following my channel, you know that I'm obsessed with rub-on transfers. And it's so easy. You just go with the scraper on the header sheet until the whole transfer is on. Then you're going to refurbish it with the header sheet that it came with. And that's it. Now, to make the lines between those ribs around the tray, I just grabbed one of those tools from Dollar Tree, and I'm going around those edges, and then with my sanding block slowly I just went over it, and I seal it with a matte finish Mod Podge, and that's it for this one.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young.
Those wooden boxes and risers at Antique Farmhouse, they're so pricey and expensive, and we can do ours from Dollar Tree items. I grabbed one of those Dollar Tree signs, wooden signs, and I'm gonna remove the handle. And I don't like when they're making a holes on wooden pieces like that, and because of that I need to cover those holes, and I just grab one of those caulkings from Dollar Tree. I'm going to fill them in, and then I'm gonna let them dry. When they're dry, I'm sanding them with a sanding block. And when the surface is nice and smooth, I'm gonna cover it with a white swan DIY paint top and bottom. Those ribs between each line, I'm gonna leave them as they are to make them cohesive with the tray that I made, and it's gonna look super cute when it's all done. After I cover it all with the paint, I let it dry, and then I'm gonna be adding 4 wooden legs. You can find wooden pieces like this in any hardware store or crafting store. I got mine from Amazon. I'm gonna try to link it in my description box. So I'm adding a wood glue, and on the little corner just a little bit of a hot glue so I can have an immediate hold on each leg. And we're gonna make ourselves a perfect wooden riser that it's gonna be such a perfect decorative detail piece for multi-purpose use. I am also adding another detail on the edges of my riser. I'm adding this flexible adhesive molding trim, and I cut off just enough to fit in each side of this riser. Also, if you have a clay and molds, you can create beautiful frames and add them extra around your riser. Since I have this molding trim in my stash and I used it in so many beautiful projects, perfect time to add this as an accessory on my riser. And they're so easy to work with. You just trim off. Even they can work in any kind of shape that you want to add them. They're so flexible, and you just cut them off with the scissors and add them in pieces that you like, and look how beautiful it looks. So I got the 3 edges done, and now I'm working on the 4th one, and that's it for this quick and easy riser. Now for the edges, I'm just adding a little bit of golden matte finish, and that's it. You gotta let me know, what do you think about this one? Another quick and easy and beautiful riser can be made with this oval beaded shape plank from Dollar Tree and this beautiful candle holder from Dollar Tree. All I did is I painted the plank with the white paint. Actually, I heavy distress it because with that heavy distressing, it make it more cohesive with this candle holder, and I like the candle holder how it looks. It have some like a marble stone effect details, and I really love how it looks. So all I did is I add this self-adhesive glue from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna add it on top of it, and that's it. Not even 2 minutes and it's done. And at Antique Farmhouse, risers like this can go for $39, and mine only cost me $2.50. And when you combine all these decorative pieces with the Rose Forever bouquet, you're gonna have perfect gift for Mother's Day. Roses for Mother's Day are more than just a gift. They're a gesture of love, appreciation, and gratitude. With Rose Forever, you can be sure that your Mother's Day roses delivery will bring joy and beauty into her life. From elegant single rose arrangements to lavish bouquets, their roses are perfect way to say I love you on this special day or any other beautiful occasion. There is a special codes. They're all links in my description box along with the website of Rose Forever New York. Now back to my projects. For these projects, I'm gonna do a makeover on this wooden box that I did a few years back. I did some stencil with this bird, and I'm gonna paint it all with this White Swan DIY paint. I gave it 2 good coats inside and out, and I wanted to make it over in those wooden boxes that Antique Farmhouse is selling very pricey. So after I paint it and it's all dry, as the legs, I'm using these wooden peg dolls, and I think it looks just perfect with these wooden details on them. I added a wood glue, and for immediate glue, I'm adding a hot Gorilla glue, and I'm adding 4 of them. And This box, if you create a wooden box like this, you can never go wrong. It's such a multi-purpose detail piece, not just as a decorative piece, but you can use it as a holder for your mails or bills, or at wedding reception. This is such a perfect box that the guests, when they arrive, you can add their cards in there. I mean, you can never go wrong with a detail like this. For extra embellishment, I decided to go with this wooden applique. I'm adding 3 of them, and I'm gonna glue them with the wood glue. And look at this difference. Look how high-end it looks. Wooden appliques like this you can find at any crafting stores or hardware stores. You can find them on Amazon. You can even make decorative pieces out of clay like this, whatever you like, and with adding any kind of little detail in your wooden boxes, and you can make them such a high-end look. To bring those crevices into details, I grab my metallic matte finish, and with the fingers I'm just doing like a rub and buff on all of them, just to bring that antique farmhouse rustic look. I did it on the legs as well, and also I'm going over with a white wax all over my wooden box, and that's it for this beautiful decor piece. Have you seen those fall book blocks at Dollar Tree? They're so pretty. They come in 3 colors, lilac, white, and gray. They got these flowers on top of it with the words, and I decided to add them all together and make them as a one book stack. And combining all these words together, it looks so perfect. Forever and always, love never fails, amazing grace. I'm gonna connect them together with this lace ribbon. I'm just tying it on the side, and on top I'm adding one of those kids bow clips from Dollar Tree with pearls, and it looks so perfect with the ribbon that I just added. And then I'm gonna add some little greenery on the side, and I'm adding one of my skeleton keys, and that's it. Quick and easy and beautiful hack. For my next creation, I'm gonna be using one of my galvanized pots that I got in my stash. You can find pots like this at Amazon or Walmart. I think I purchased mine from Walmart. I had a couple of them. I'm gonna cover it with a primer first, and after the primer is dry, I'm adding 2 good coats of a white chalk paint. When it's nice and dry, I'm adding another set of rub-on transfer. This time is redesigned with Prima. I cut off these lace beautiful transfers. I did some beautiful projects with this transfers. If you like, you can check out my other videos and you can see what I created with this beautiful lace transfer. But I think this lace is such a beautiful detail, and with adding this lace transfer on this pot, it brings such a high-end modern farmhouse look that it can be used as a decorative piece for your wedding. If your theme in your wedding is farmhouse, can look so gorgeous. So I'm adding the transfers and slowly I'm going over. I didn't add the transfer all at once because this is a round surface. I want to make sure that it's all going on the same level. I even cut off a couple of pieces just to transfer them better. And it was so easy to do this with my scraper tool that it came. And then I'm gonna refurbish it with a header sheet, and then I'm gonna seal it with a clear wax, and we have a perfect look. You gotta let me know, what do you think about this beautiful modern farmhouse look? Also, on the edges of the frame of this pot, with a permanent black marker, I'm going over, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the handles for this vase pot. I added the links from these transfers in my description box. They were on sale for $10. I hope they're still available so you can purchase them and create miracles like this with them, because I love this beautiful combination together with adding some floral on top, and you can make a perfect look. And for my next quick and easy project, I got this beautiful tabletop from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance for a couple of dollars. I grabbed my sanding block, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand all those words that they're coming in this sign. I like this distressed look, so that's why I'm just not gonna paint them. I'm just gonna remove those words, and when it's all done, I'm gonna add another transfer from IOD new spring collection, and I just added one rose and one of those poems that came in that Lover of Flowers booklet as well. And with the scraper, I'm just gonna add them, and I think with adding this beautiful transfer on this rusted sign, it looked just perfect. Like this sign originally was made like this. When I'm done with transferring the rose, I'm adding the poem for the rose, and now I'm sealing it with a matte finish Mod Podge, and that's it for this creation. And when I put all those together, they're so cohesive and so beautiful. There is so many ways that you can decorate with those trays. There is so many occasions that you can use them, and they're super quick and easy to be done. They're budget friendly, and they look so high end. Let me know which of these creations you like the best, and if you're recreating some of them, I would love to see them. And if you enjoy this episode and you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And until next time, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of music, positive energy from me to you. Bye-bye.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand